Welcome to the New Year's Eve edition of The Ride. Thanks for choosing us over Dick Clark's ball. Now, how many people will be playing? One? Well, let me be the first to congratulate you on winning this game. Is this the first time on the ride for... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you right away. My apologies. May I have your name, please? Wonderful, thanks. Remember to be all you can be. Don't make any mistakes now. We're watching you.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of You Don't Know Jack the Ride is sponsored by ADH Technologies. If we told you who we are, we'd have to kill you. And now, please welcome your host, Josh Schmitty Schmitzenstein.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, tell me something, all right? If you're so down on technology, why do you have a computer? You know, just asking. Remember, advanced technology made the ride possible, so don't question it. Let's go. Wow, big one this time. How about this category? Digital technology and healthy bowels. So I'm sure you're all aware of the importance of maintaining a high-fiber diet. Never too early to think about it. This way you can avoid painful outpatient surgery. Yesterday. Anyway, what would a high-fiber optic diet consist of? Generous daily servings of aluminum, generous daily servings of glass, generous daily servings of silicone, or generous daily servings of nylon. It's yours if you want it. Fiber optic cables use thin strands of glass to transmit data. But if you actually started the diet, I think you'd find your data transmission a little uncomfortable, if you know what I mean. Whoa, nice shooting. And this category is WIT, the Welding Institute of Technology. Okay, you remember how in Flashdance everyone said Jennifer Beals was a maniac on the floor? Well, get ready for this. Suppose in the movie Flashdance, Jennifer Beals were an ENIAC on the floor. Go on, do it! The ENIAC was the first large-scale modern computer.
548, 34,
Oh,
96,
God, is she
85,
hot? Look at those
98,
figures.
32.
Reeled in a big one. Try this category. Delivering mail through rain, sleet, and spam. Yeah, no, I know. Queen Elizabeth II seems pretty stuffy and old-fashioned, but I think she's kind of a closet techno geek because she has, in fact, used email. Say that a lost email finally shows up in your inbox, and turns out it's the first email Queen Elizabeth II ever sent. Based on current events at the time, how might it read? No more Soviet Union! Woohoo! I have Berlin Wall pieces for sale. President Ford is such a bore. Or, I don't understand the Whitewater issue. Go for it! Ford was still president when Queen Elizabeth sent her first email back in 1976. So now that you got her email, she'll get a notification that you read it. Then she'll call you and leave a message on your voicemail asking you what you thought. You can send her an email back asking to arrange a meeting, and then she'll write back and have you page her. Coming at you. Think about hiring a different ad agency. Hey, have you seen those annoying Think Different ads for Apple Computer? Say Apple devised a campaign around John McIntosh, for whom the Macintosh apple is named. Considering how he discovered the apples, what might be a good slogan? Come on, take it! Plant deeper. I could have given you some cash if you picked this one. Canadian farmer John McIntosh just found these things growing on his land in Ontario, which I think is more or less the way it happened with Bill Gates and his Windows. Fine choice. You want some trouble, my friend? You got it. Let's get into a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat question is subject, dynamite. Okay, I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a computer virus hoax, a Jimmy Walker TV show, or both? Cash in for each one you get right, and you lose some cash for each one you get wrong or don't get to. You got 30 seconds to get all 7. And we're off. The end of Iris Walker Show or both? Arena. Bad Cats. Baby New Year. Hey, you're losing time. Just skip it. I'll come back. At ease. Good times. And pal. 5 wrong. Boy, that's not going to help very much, is it? That's actually going to hurt. Check out your score there. Make sure everything's in order. And we're moving on. Yeah, there's a nice one. Way to go. Your category is physics, the extended mix. Pay attention now. This here's a fill-in-the-blank question. So when you know the answer, buzz your little buzzer and type. You ready? If Einstein had theorized that E equals MC Hammer, to what force would the rapper be equivalent? It's all yours. Type in the answer and then hit return. Pick it up. Let's go. You are way out of line. In this equation, MC Hammer is equal to energy. Apparently, you couldn't touch this. Up next, Bob says math ain't so hard. Hey, you can't argue with $3,506. You get a right answer, it's all yours. Buckle up. Because he's such a do-it-yourselfer, which of these might handyman Bob Vila choose over a calculator? A divining rod, a protractor, an abacus, or a rubber band and a wing nut? It's yours if you want it. An abacus can't do any calculating at all. It just keeps track of numbers for people who can already count. You know, like Bob. But remember, before doing any calculating, be sure to put on your safety goggles. I smell roadkill. Don't forget, when you see the answer that unites the pair of items on the screen, go ahead and buzz in. And pay attention to the right answers for the bonus round at the end. All right, let's step on it. Working class collar and depressed. What do these two items have in common? Score. Deep Brown and Parliament's funky blank city. Score. Hugh Brighton and Female Whale. Foot helmets and moonshine equals blank squeezes. Club and blank wind instrument. Score. Fireplace tool and face without expression. Irish famine and lazy couch blank. Score. Now for the bonus. What do all of the correct answers have in common? Are they all food stuck in your keyboard? Ah, pull over. You're leaking something. That sucked. Try not to get a chip on your shoulder. Here's your current score. You feel good about that? Let's keep going. Here's a little something I call, you're as sharp as a tachometer. Check this out. Say you need to reinvent the wheel. Assuming your wheel still uses the parts of a circle, which of these do you not need? An area, a radium, a center, or a diameter? Go for it! Nope, the area is all that space inside the circle. It greatly resembles all the space in your skull. Aw, you've got a flat. Radium is an element, not part of a circular structure. But hey, don't be embarrassed. The cavemen could draw their plans out on cave walls. You had to try to think all on your own. Buzz in and tell... This one's called LeMay Day. Okay, do you remember how General Curtis LeMay threatened to bomb the North Vietnamese back to the Stone Age? Oh yeah, he said it. I heard him. Anyway, imagine General LeMay's machismo got out of hand. If the North Vietnamese had been bombed back to the Stone Age, what would they not be doing today? Starting fires, using crude metal tools, domesticating animals, or cultivating crops? Come on, take it! Come on, haven't you ever watched the Flintstones? Fred and Dino and that saber-tooth thing and the little guy who's the garbage disposal? Does this ring a bell? Metal tools didn't come along until the Copper Age. Folks during the Stone Age used tools made of, get this, stone.
And remember, before using any tool, be sure to put on your safety goggles.
Ow, my eye!
You meant to do that, didn't you? Here's your category. Jingle all the way to the bank. Okay, first there was the Terminator, then you got T2, right? Well, there's no such thing as the end of a series when big bucks are involved. Except maybe this one. That's another story. Anyway, suppose the third installment in the Terminator series, T3, is released. Considering what a T3 is, what weak premise could explain Arnold? Go on, do it! He was rebuilt from digital video analysis. You have no idea what you're talking about. The correct answer is T3s are high bandwidth phone lines for transferring computer data real fast like. I hear studio execs considered calling Terminator 3 the downloader, but it just didn't sound as glamorous. This category is technology can be so wacky. Time for the trivia. What's this cute little thing called? ASCII? Hypertext. It's yours if you want it. Those annoying little smiley faces are called emoticons. Man, what a cold, impersonal world we live in. You know, it used to be you'd just go over to the person's house with your face all screwed up and your head cocked sideways. Sure hope this clue's not too technical for you. Keep me up, Scotty. And if you do really well, you should be really ashamed. Bye-bye. That's it. You got them all. I mean, you know, who the hell else was going to get them, right?
From the pure mountain spring waters of Colorado to the whispering wheat fields of Montana comes whole, natural, yummy goodness. Whole